banished from Earth Classic Game Room broadcasts from the Intergalactic Space Arcade on its never-ending mission to review everything. Welcome to Classic Game Room. Most of us view the sport tennis as nothing more than the disappointing live-action version of Pong, but it does make a good video game on the Game Boy from 1989. This is tennis. This is coffee. I like coffee a lot more than tennis. Stupid-ass sport. Take hockey any day. Adjust the contrast on your Game Boy screen because it's time for tennis. It's time for athletics. That's right, get up off the couch and play some tennis on somebody else's couch with your Game Boy because it's portable and it runs on batteries. How about that? 1989 is the future, as seen in 1988. Anyway, this is a look at a time that just doesn't exist anymore because tennis on the Game Boy, which is an excellent game by the way, features Mario and it's not called Mario or Mario All-Stars or Mario and Donkey Kong or Donkey Kong and All-Stars Tennis. It's just called tennis. It's also one of the few times that you'll see Mario as a bad guy, like in Donkey Kong. He's the ref in this game, or what the hell is that? Is that called the ref in tennis? I don't even know what that is. It shows how much I know about tennis. It's a sport played internationally by people other than me. It seems like a whole lot of running around and huffing and puffing, and the only reason to do that is if there's a sale on Atari cartridges and you've got to make it to the bar afterwards for happy hour. Did I just admit that I think like this? Well, you already know that. Now, this may not be terribly exciting by today's standards. It's not even called Extreme Tennis featuring Mario, but you have to admit this is a pretty good 1989 Game Boy game, even if Mario is a terrible ref. Screw you, Mario! He's clearly been bribed or doesn't know what he's doing. You know, he should be jumping over barrels. Mario, you suck. You're a terrible ref. And somebody on the internet's gonna be like, oh, Mark, well, they're not called a ref in tennis. It's a linesman. Well, screw you, too. Maybe you should be playing some video games instead of watching tennis. What the hell does that do for you? It just rots your brain. Video games, on the other hand, are stimulating. I don't even remember what day it is. Well, it doesn't really matter because this game is fun on any day, even October. You gotta remember that back in the 80s, most tennis games were Pong with a green background, but this actually plays kind of like tennis. From what I hear, I mean, in my mind, tennis is nothing more than the monster truck version of ping pong. Which, in theory, should make it cool, but you don't have to really run around when you're playing ping pong. Tennis for the Game Boy is challenging because even at level 1, the computer opponent seems to know the game better than I do. You can lob the ball up over his head, or hit it lower on the ground or whatever, but hit it hard. What the hell do you call these things in tennis? You slap shot the damn thing. It's not this game I have a problem with, it's the entire sport of tennis. It's a stupid sport. It would be more exciting if they were running from wild animals while trying to play the game at the same time. Oh, look, he just hit 40 love deuce and was eaten by a tiger. Why can't they just score the game normally? Alright, enough making fun of tennis. Dig the music in this game, it's great. I love the stereo separation. I tried to hit Mario in the head that time. It didn't work. I'll get you, Mario, one of these days. How dare you kidnap Donkey Kong Jr.'s father and then try to electrocute him in front of his own son? You're a cruel, heartless bastard, Mario. This game was sent to the show by Douglas in Lomita, California, so thank you, Douglas. Hopefully you're not a professional tennis player. of course, the odds of you watching this show, if you are quite slim. Tennis can also be played two-player if you have one of those Game Boy Link cables. And it's a really impressive 1989 portable version of tennis. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to hunt down Mario and drag him behind a motorcycle because that was a perfectly good shot. It's tennis for the Game Boy. What does deuce even mean? Just give me a score or flamethrower, one of the two.